Well, that was one of the most stressful
Ooh.
trips I think we've ever taken in a boat. Maybe the most stressful.
One look in your eyes and I find it. When you leave in my mind I rewind it. When you got it this good, you don't fight it.
Well, we just left Solomon's Island, where we just spent one night, had a lot of fun, met a lot of people there. We left maybe about 20 minutes ago. It's about 10 in the morning. We kind of got a little bit of a late start, just because we could. We're only going down to Deltaville Fishing Bay, and we're going to anchor out this evening. So we don't have to get any place. We don't have to get to any place very quickly. You know, we have all the time in the world today. Anyway, we'll have a nice quiet evening for a change.
And shouldn't you check in the charts?
Oh, damn it. Not again.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's early.
Yeah, it's 5:30. I think the sun is just now coming up. We are in Fishing Bay in Deltaville, where we anchored last night. Boy, there was a thunderstorm rolled in the middle of the night last night. It was intense. It was like right above us, thunder. A little bit of lightning, but mostly thunder.
And I was so glad there were so many sailboats anchored here.
Yeah, right. We're surrounded by sailboats. This is a great anchor spot, by the way. We've been here many times. It depends on which way the wind's blowing, and we were getting wind and waves from the northeast, and this is perfect protection right here from the northeast. You know, if the winds are coming from a different direction, there's always the other side of this bay that you can go to. We got here early because we anticipated it might be popular, and it was. You know, we had about, I guess, 6 other boats here, and but yeah, we were surrounded by sailboats, so they had their nice lightning rods up for us. So anyway, today's journey is, if things go right, we're going to try and make it all the way to Coinjock today. That's why we're leaving so early. It's kind of a long run, depending on bridges and things. It's probably going to be about 10 hours, something like that, and we're gonna see if the timing works right. If everything goes good, we're gonna go blow past Norfolk and head right over to Coinjock. If things don't look good or we get held up for some reason, we're just gonna.
Or it doesn't look like, because it's a weekday. It's the first time we traveled with these bridges on a weekday, and they close certain hours.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time we've ever traveled on a weekday in these bridges.
On these bridges, yeah.
Yeah, well, some of the bridges close for rush hour, so we have to kind of time around that as well. Anyway, that's the plan. We better start warming up the engines and get on the move.
Get the show
Cheers.
going. Cheers, guys.
Little leg of the trip has been a bit of a pain. It's been foggy all morning. Visibility maybe about 50 yards. So we're running on radar and AIS, and come close to a couple of boats within 25 yards, but we see them and they see us, so it's not an issue. But we're hoping that the sun burns this off. It's only maybe 9 o'clock in the morning right now, so we're hoping the sun burns this off soon, because we'll be entering the harbor for Norfolk in about an hour. So we'll see what happens. I hate going in there in the fog, but we'll see. Well, we almost got hit by a couple of idiots under sail in a sailboat in the fog. With minimal control. They should have been motoring, but we saw them on radar and they were crossing our path. There goes another one, but we see him. He's fine. He's half under sail too, probably.
Yeah.
But in any case, they were. We saw them, so we started to veer off, and then they came out of the fog, and I guess they saw us at the last second and turned hard to starboard, which was a good thing. I think we would have cleared them anyway. But that was, they weren't on AIS. Okay, well, not everyone is. These people aren't on AIS that are passing us either. But they should have been running radar. They should have known they were going to cross paths with another boat. We could see it happening, and we were attempting to avoid it. They looked like they didn't see us to the last second. Judging by the looks on their faces as they missed us
I know.
by less than a boat length from off our port side. Always fun.
So it looks like there's some good anchor spots here. Here's one. I don't know if you can see through the isinglass. It's got about 7-8 feet. And just on the other side of it is another one where that sailboat's tipped over. Nobody in the lock. There's 2 boats kind of waiting outside, which is probably the freedoms. And there's a boat.
What's it called? Great Lock or Great Bridge Lock?
It's called Great Bridge Lock.
Great Bridge Lock, Great Bridge Lock. This is southbound motor Triton requesting passage at your next opening. Over.
Well, Linus.
Well, Charlie Brown.
Well, that was one of the most stressful
Ooh.
trips I think we've ever taken in a boat. Maybe the most stressful. It started out somewhat routine. It was foggy this morning, but yeah, we've been in the fog plenty of times. Just turn the radar on, throw the AIS on, use your horn if you need to, and keep a good lookout. But towards the end, or not towards the end, maybe about an hour or two in, it got foggier, and there was like maybe 50 yards of visibility, which is okay. It's kind of a pain, but then all of a sudden it got real foggy, maybe a boat length, maybe the length of our boat. That's as far as we could see. Still not a problem. We're watching carefully, and then I see a boat on my radar, and it's diagonally going to cross our path, and I know. I know how to avoid that. I think, he should see me on his radar. I'll see him. I'll, avoid him by, cutting starboard. He cuts starboard and all that. So, but he wasn't on AIS. And, so I saw that. So I cut a little bit starboard and thinking he'd do the same. And no, he cut like right into me. And I'm thinking, this guy, he doesn't have radar on.
He doesn't have radar.
He doesn't know I'm here. And then, all of a sudden, it's like I cut harder to starboard and went for the horn, and then, bam, he popped out of the fog.
Crazy.
I'm like
a bad movie.
Yeah, like a ghost boat came out of a cloud about a boat length in front of me on a dead-on collision course.
It was a sailboat.
Yeah, sailboat, under sail, no less.
Yeah.
And you should have seen the fright.
The face on them and the face on us.
Yeah, the face on us
because
probably
you
was
could
just as
see
bad.
our faces, right?
That's how close we were.
It was like,
but I'm already prepared for this. I'm already veering hard to starboard, but I see them quickly veer to starboard as well. And we missed each other by probably 30 feet. But boy, that opened up your nose, And then we thought that was going to be the event of the day, right? But
no, that's good. That's a funny story.
Yeah, but it wasn't, because
later
it stayed that foggy. And then we were cutting into, at this point we're committed, we have to go. We're going into Norfolk, and we're going to just pull into there, and all of a sudden there's boats everywhere. And there are mostly all on AIS, not all of them, but I mean there's dozens of boats everywhere. And we're in the fog, and I can't see. I might as well have shades down on the windows. So I'm basically navigating through AIS and the radar, and there's just a lot of boats, and it's nerve-wracking. And then all of a sudden, a boat that was not on AIS, it was a shrimping boat, came out of nowhere on a collision course with me, and I seen him on radar, and again it's the same thing, but we weren't nearly as close.
No.
But he had his what do you call those arms out,
I
like
call
for the
them
nets.
wings.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're
Which makes his boat now, instead of a 20-foot beam, it's now like a 100-foot beam, and by the time he turns, the arm just about hits my boat.
And the arms were down, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think when the arms are down, there's a net out.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. No idea, but okay, but that wasn't even the worst of it. Then all of a sudden, there's a submarine. hailing people, like one by one, hailing different boats, asking them to, do something or another to get out of their way because they're coming to switch crews. And of course, they're underwater, I guess. And I just hear them hailing other boats, and I'm like, I hope they don't hail me because he's saying things that I don't know. And I know the area well. I've been through Norfolk a lot, but I don't know the landmarks. When they're like, well, you I want everyone to go head north of Turkey Point or whatever he had said. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I don't have time to pull out a map and start looking for...
Because you can't see, like, all four eyes on everything.
Yeah, because I can't stop looking at the radar and all that. And then sure enough, like 10 minutes in, he's hailing Triton. I'm like, Lynn takes it because I don't even want to grab the radio. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. And she just says, "Hey, look, we don't know the these points. What direction do you want us to head in?" And he's like, "Just take her port and keep going port, get to the other side of the channel." And so that's what we did. We got to the other side of the channel, and then it was just foggy the whole way. And there's still boats going. There's fishing boats, and it just went on for almost all the way up to downtown Norfolk, and then it just opened up. We were trying to get a slip. I was so like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go all the way down to Coinjock or something in this fog. But then all of a sudden it started clearing up, and we're like, okay, well, let's go. We'll just continue our trip. We'll have a martini when we get there. We'll relax. But then turns out that Coinjock couldn't take us because everyone else is hiding out from the storms from the last week, and they don't have any slips available, which is the first time ever. We have not been able to get a slip there. And so we decided to stop where we are right now, which is just between the Great Bridge Lock and the Great Bridge. There is a kind of a bulkhead here that is free slips. It's just county,
free docking,
town dock, free 48-hour docking here.
No electrical, no water, but that's fine.
Yeah,
so come with that.
Yeah, so we can handle all that. So we decided, well, you know what? We've passed through this town so many times, we've never had a chance to check it out. So this seems like a good opportunity. We're going to stay here tonight, tie up at these free docks. We're going to go walk around town, see if we can find a restaurant or something.
But I do want to say something. When we came here, there were all these boats going northbound. So I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Like they're all hogging the free dock. And I was like, we're never going to get the free dock. But it ends up that the lock and the bridge were closed for 2 hours today because of the lightning. So I was just so everybody took off the bulkhead.
Yeah, we were hovering out there waiting for the lock for about an hour, cursing. What's going on here? What's this thing going to open? We didn't hear that they were closed. And then when they finally opened, it was just a parade of boats all going south. We're the only boat going north.
Which you'll see.
Yeah, we've seen the videos. The first time was like 13 went through, and then the next batch had to be at least 13.
Oh, and today is Friday the 13th.
There you go.
I know it's Gary's lucky number, but boy, oh boy. Gave it a bad name.
Okay, well, we'll check in later.
Well, Big Woody's Bar and Grill. All right.
We are on the ICW, leaving Virginia, heading into North Carolina. There's two ways to get there. There's what's called the Virginia Cut, and then there's what's called the Dismal Swamp. We always take the Virginia Cut just because, well, we're used to it, and we like to stop at Coinjock. So that's always worked out well for us. We also heard that the Dismal Swamp sometimes has a lot of algae in it, so we avoid that. Anyway, it's been a nice, smooth ride today. We must have passed 50 boats going north, though. Just an amazing amount of boats heading this way, and we are the only ones going that way. In fact, that's it. We haven't seen another boat with us heading south. The problem that is presented, though, is we are having a really hard time getting marina slips. In fact, we wanted to stay at Coinjock, and they can't get us in. And it's mostly because I believe we are a couple of weeks late, and there's more boats from down south in this area now heading north. And also that storm that held everyone up for a week or 10 days, that I think has put a bottleneck on things. So we got a slip last night at the free docks at Great Bridge, which turned out great. We wanted to visit there anyway. And we had a real fun time. We went to one of the local pubs there and hung out. There was a band coming on. We went there about 4:30 or something like that. There was a band coming on at 9. We decided to stay because we wanted to kind of have an experience of being in Virginia at a local pub and seeing a local band. And so we did. And the band came out, and then they did about an hour and a half sound check. And we were like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. These guys are taking forever to do this sound check. But we were wrong. The band was really good. They played some great music. All of them were talented, and I will think of their name, and I'll probably put it on the screen, but it eludes me right now. But we had a wonderful time. Ended up in bed a little on the late side, got a little bit of a late start today. So we are heading now, we're going to drive past Coinjock, maybe one last attempt to see if they had a cancellation, but if not, we're going to anchor probably in Alligator River again. There's a nice spot that we like there, and it's going to be protected. There's some winds coming from the south right now. We have a little spot that we know where we can go. So we'll see you there. Oh well. So no sooner did I finish recording that, I got a call from JD over at Coinjock, and they had a couple of cancellations, so they're going to put me on the fuel dock tonight. So looks like Lynn and I are getting our was it prime rib tonight after all? Okay. So see you at Coinjock.
Front.
It's going to come up the front, yeah.
We were so happy when you guys called.
Yeah.
We were like, woohoo! Because we were like,
We tried yesterday and it just worked out.
yeah, that was
We
awesome.
just wrapped a couple other ones up. So we will, there's a good chance we may have to wrap someone up to you as well.
Okay.
That's all right. So what do you think the total's going to be here?
Probably about $1,300 for fuel
Oh,
for 200 gallons.
ouch. Ouch.
Are you going back there at all, or?
I don't think so. Right?
What's that?
I don't think we're going back.
No, that's the plan, is to
Yeah.
not go back, stay down south.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We'll see. This is what happens when you don't wear a glove when you're catching the drone. What, it's going to be really in the way?
Yeah, I mean, with that liquid skin, do you think that would be better? I mean, because putting a Band-Aid on the tip of my finger is just not going to stay. And I don't want to have a giant bandage.
Hey.
I already stopped bleeding. I stopped pretty quickly, but 2 slices, you know. Yeah, I should have been wearing a glove, but I wasn't. So, what are you going to do?
Roger out. Way there is that other marina. And they are taking boats. Let's walk it. And they
This size is nice.
it's freaking big. But these at this marina they pack them really tight together, but the dock hands are really good. So they're like distance. I just want to show that. And there's a lot of buddy boating going on.
These feeders are nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of double docking this evening. Everybody's heading north as we head south. Right, babe? This is 1930.
1937. What do they call it? Trophy.
Yes. Look how beautiful. This boat looks really well loved because there's a lot of work on a boat like this. Oh my God, their chests are made of wood. That is stunning. Stunning boat. Worth a second look. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's Patience, friends of ours.
Just taking your steps in.
That's not a real camera, is it?
It is. And look at this beautiful boat. Oh, this one's gorgeous. This is my favorite.